Welcome to this video. In this video, I will do a review of the RP Strength Diet app. But before we do that, I want to welcome you to our channel. This channel is called Fuel Chefs, and in this channel, we explore everything that will give you a healthier and better life. Back to the video. Like I said, in this video, we're going to do a review of the RP Strength Diet app. This is an app that I've used a lot myself. I've also used the template for weight loss that RP Strength has. I've had great success with both the app and the template. A comparison of the two, I think, is for another time. But I've also actually used the MyFitnessPal app for weight loss. And if you want to see the comparison between that app and the RP Strength app, it is linked in the description below. So here I have 10 pros for you and actually 11 cons for you with regards to this RP Strength app. And if you want the conclusion, you should stay with me till the end. So let's start with the pros. First off, the app is individual. So it has individual setup. That means that you define your own goals, your own wake up time, when you go to bed, if you want to work out that day, when you work out that day, and so forth. It's very nice. The second thing is the meal timing. You get a reminder when you eat, and it also times every single meal according to the setup you have for that day. So if you say you're going to work out at 4 o'clock, your meal is timed so that it fits perfectly that workout routine. Number 3 is food logging versus food planning. So this is a very important difference. Whether you log your food or you plan your food, what focus does the app have? And this app has the focus of food planning, right? Which means that when it's time to eat, you go into your app and you select the foods that you want to eat, and it actually calculates for you how much you should eat of each food in order to get the right macros in your body. Whereas some apps, they do the food logging part where you write in what you've eaten after you've eaten in the purpose of just keeping track of what you've eaten, which makes no sense because then you've already eaten it. So it's so much more important to plan the food you're eating. Number 4 is that the diet app, it's actually a diet plan. When you configure it, you get an entire diet plan for X number of weeks, right? And it keeps you accountable because you have to check in every single meal if it's according to your macros, below your macros, or over your macros. So it keeps you accountable. So number 5 is that the foods in the app is limited. So it forces you into a healthy lifestyle with unprocessed foods. And if you're starting on a diet, you might have eaten a lot of unprocessed foods before. So this is actually really, really good for you. It kind of encourages you to make food from scratch, which not only will make you lose weight, but it will also make you healthier. Number 6 is the fact that you use less time planning for your food with the app than I've ever done before on a diet, because you just choose the foods you want and the app just calculates how much you should eat. So it's super simple. You don't need to stand there and just calculate stuff yourself. The app does everything. So less time for planning and more time for other fun stuff. Number 7 is the app teaches you to have a healthy balance between the different macros. It also teaches you that it's important to actually eat carbs and fat in addition to protein. And the timing of when you eat it is so important. So it teaches you this healthy balance between the different macros, which is super important and a very, very good lesson to bring with you after you've done with the diet as well. Next one is actually both Tobias and myself, we have both set PRs when we've been on the RP Strength app, because you get the right nutrition and it's really good. It really nails the food, the meal timing really well. Number 9, it really encourages responsible or healthy cutting. because what it does, it says if you want to lose, let's say 10 kilos, it will calculate when is the earliest date you can finish the diet. So it'll use a scientific method to determine how much you can lose for a week while it will still be sustainable. So that's very good and healthy. The last one is that the RP Strength Diet app is for all type of diets, really. Whether you're vegan or you have allergies or whatever it is, this app can fit your needs. And I think that's really nice. And it's very important. All right, over to the cons. The first one is that it's quite rigid. You can't punch in anything outside the meals that you're eating. And let's say that's 4 meals, then that's 4 meals for you that day. If you are a snacker like me, there's no way to put those carbohydrates or fats or proteins or whatever it is that you're eating. So you just have to keep track of it in your head or subtract it from another meal. It's kind of annoying and it can get a little bit messy sometimes. So number 2, there's no flexible dieting here. You can't decide, okay, I want another meal, or today I ate a piece of cake because I went to a birthday, so I'm gonna subtract that from the macros for the rest of the week or whatever. There's no way of doing that. It's just one day and one meal at a time. So that can be a little bit frustrating sometimes. Number 3 is that the breakfasts are a little bit too big. It's just too much food for me to eat. It's a little annoying. And if I change some of the foods with something less, it doesn't keep me full for that long. So the combination of the meals being very large and the timing, it just doesn't really work for me. The next one is the night snacks. The night snacks, I mean, I love the night snacks, but the night snacks are way too late and they're way too big. Sometimes my night snack is like 45 grams of protein and 25 grams of carbohydrates and 20 grams of fat. I mean, how am I going to be able to eat that at 10 o'clock in the evening and then go to bed at 10:30? There's no way that I'm going to be able to sleep. It's just no way. So then I need to move some of the macros over to dinner, but then the dinner gets so big, so then I need to move it to the lunch, and then lunch gets big because I already moved from the breakfast to the lunch. You know, it's a mess sometimes with this stuff. Number 5 is that you actually have to pay for this app monthly or annually. And if you use the template, you only have to buy it once. So I don't know if it makes sense, but if you use another app as well or other apps, you can actually use them for free. So it's not really a big deal, but I mean, if it's a financial challenge, then this could be a deal breaker, I suppose. Next one is it has a barcode and a barcode scanner and a restaurant feature, which I suppose is really, really nice if you actually get to use it. Because it's not available outside the US, and we live in Norway, so no scanning for us. This brings us to the next point. This app is very American. And by that, I don't really mean that in a bad way at all. It's just that a lot of the foods on the list are very American and they're not very Scandinavian. So there's a lot of stuff on the list that personally I would never eat because we just don't have it here and it's just not normal to eat. Whereas there's so many stuffs here, or so many food stuffs, sorry, it's getting late. So many foods here that I'd want, that's normally in my diet, that's just not in the app. So it's just difficult to use it sometimes. Sometimes I'm curious if it's configured wrong because, for example, it counts carbs in cheese. And there's no carbs in cheese. It's just really, really annoying. Super annoying. The app it rounds up. So it rounds up to 5 grams. And sometimes I feel like it only rounds up. It never rounds down. It always goes up. which is super annoying. And if it's only like 3 grams, because sometimes I know, because I check the foods and I know, and then I know it's only 3 grams, but it's still 5 grams. And that's so annoying, because then maybe I have like 2 grams of carbs left that I don't get to eat because the app just denies me that. And that is really, really frustrating. I mean, you can probably feel it through the camera how frustrating I think this is. So yeah, that's really annoying. Off to the last one. It is that everything you eat has to be weighted. You have to use a scale and weigh every single thing you eat. And this is, I mean, it's a lifestyle. It's what you do for a period of time when you're on a diet, but it is a little bit annoying. Like if you do a paleo diet or a keto diet or a low carb, whatever, it doesn't have that same focus on calories. It's more like, these are the foods you can eat, and when you're full, you stop eating. But here's a very like, you need to weigh everything you eat. So that can be a little bit of a hassle sometimes. You get used to it, but yeah. All right, so every good review needs a conclusion, right? So is the app good or is the app bad? I think it's good. It does have its cons, but I think every diet does. So, and there's really nothing you can't work around. So I think you just need to kind of figure out how it suits you the best and just try to make the best out of it. And it does really, really help you. I've learned so much from RP Strength. I've also lost a lot of weight both on the template and on the app, so I know it works. I've also gained a lot of muscle while being on these diets, which is one of the main things I love the most about these diets. You gain a lot of muscle. I am doing a cut right now, so if you want more content on stuff like this, if you want to follow my dieting journey using the RP Strength app, please subscribe to this channel. Also, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. That will be really, really nice because this is a new channel and it'd be super helpful if we could get some likes on this video. All right, so I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.